Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Last Page podcast. We are your hosts, Mariana and Nikki.
Hey guys, how's everybody
Hello again.
doing? Hello again. We're back, with another June wrap up, July TBR. I just noticed on the
We're so
doc that you wrote
dedicated.
May TBR on there. We're jumbled, us girls over here. We're
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
No, I didn't. I
June
said
wrap up,
June.
May TBR. It says.
It's because I copied it from our last
Oh, I see.
time we did the TBR.
Well,
and the
unfortunately,
wrap-up.
we did take last month off from doing this, and I think it was because I kept telling everyone that we had both not really read that much in May, but apparently I was only the one who didn't read anything.
It was a big fat lie because I think I read 3 books.
Well, I literally read 1 book, and that was Quicksilver for the podcast, so.
Yeah, that's really depressing. I don't even remember which ones I read, to be honest.
I fear Kingfisher put me in a slump.
I fear I saw someone talking about Kingfisher and they were like obsessed.
No, people like really ride for Kingfisher. If you
That's
guys
crazy.
didn't watch our Quicksilver episode, you got to go back and watch it if you've read the book. But our most recent book club episode was Song of Achilles, which really redeemed book club for me. Not that I was ever like mad at book club, but Kingfisher, I don't know, he wasn't my favorite. So
I was starting to feel a little silly. And then Achilles brought me back to my intellectual side.
Yes. So now we're like so smart, intellectual, and because we read a smart and intellectual book this last month, now I've filled my TBR with fluff because I can't be reading too much smart stuff, to be honest.
I don't even know what's on your TBR. I didn't even look. So I'm
Literally,
excited to hear.
Summer romance after summer romance after summer romance. I am in need of some light, fluffy little vibes so I can sit my ass on a beach or by the pool and just read and just vibe,
Honestly, I feel like I need that too. I can't believe, but I think it was last year in August that we went to Maryland, and that kickstarted
July.
my journey. My journey. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That kickstarted my journey into my cowboy romances, and I have dropped off, to be honest.
Well,
but that's when it started.
I don't want to give
It's
a
been a
spoiler,
year.
but
Happy anniversary to all my boys.
I know. I remember we were both there reading Flawless, which is just flawless, as they say.
Which let me just say, Nikki hasn't finished this series.
Well,
so.
if you would let me finish, I was going to say I did decide this month is the month that I'm ready to continue and go back in and see the next boy in the series. So, because I've been in my cowboy era. I don't know if you guys, follow me on Instagram and know about my line dancing era that I'm in. I've talked about it before on here. But I'm going to be doing a lot of line dancing in July. And so I was like, I need to be reading about cowboys. Although, unfortunately, the next book in the series is not about a cowboy. It's about a hockey player. But, can't complain.
I think you should skip it.
No, I know you said you didn't love this one, but I can't skip it in good faith,
Okay.
But I was thinking maybe
I'm scared you're gonna like fall off.
No, because I loved the first 2. But
okay,
I feel
wait,
like
why don't you read Done and Dusted?
Okay, I was literally just gonna say I might also try and throw in Done and Dusted in there if this one doesn't give me enough, cowboy ranch vibes, because I feel like it doesn't have that. But I need cowboy. Like we have a lot of line dancing planned in July because this past weekend, Haley and I went to Stampede, which is like the big line dancing place in SoCal. It's in Temecula, and that's kind of far, so normally we don't go out there. But it was super fun, and every single time I go, I'm like, oh my God, this is my entire life now. Like, I'm obsessed. So summer is the
way
perfect
that
time.
I think, like, if I ever went line dancing, 1, I would stink it up. But 2, I would just want to go and buy a ranch. Because, like, once you read the books, Nikki, like, you know, like, line dancing is really special to them.
No,
always.
I just encourage everyone. I know it sounds cringy. It's so fun because you go and like the best way to do it is to learn the dances ahead of time. People always ask me, there will always be like, there was a little bachelorette party there when we were there, and they were like trying to pick up all the dances, and they come over to us. They're like, how do you guys know all of these? And we're like, well, you have to learn them ahead of time. You can't, because some of them are so hard, you can't pick it up on the spot. And they were like, oh, okay. So it's like, you got to know them. So learn them. You have to study. And then go. You got to study.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. The fact that you said that you guys line dance to Pitbull really put me off. I must say.
But Pitbull's the best.
But I love Pitbull. I mean, yes, but like it's just funny.
I know that is the problem, is that in my heart I wish we were line dancing to more actual country music, because it's like if
Yeah.
I'm gonna go be in my little boots and go vibe, like I want to be in my
Yeah.
boots and vibe to country. But no, I hate to say, a lot of it is not. Some of the songs are really weird, actually, random.
Well, that's okay. Also, update on my country era is that I'm obsessed with Jordan Davis. If anybody knows him, tell him I love him so
Oh,
much.
he does. What is that one song that he does that I for sure know?
Buy dirt, find the one you can't live
Oh,
without.
is that the one you sent me that you were like, I'm gonna cry?
No, but I do cry with that one too. The one that you guys should all listen to and go and cry in a room is called, um, oh my gosh, what's it called?
It's also the same kind of vibe where it's like about getting married and about like having babies and stuff.
Like literally, oh,
Wait,
I don't
that's so
remember what
funny.
it's called.
Oh no. Okay, we'll
I'll
have
look it
to
up.
put it in the description or something, or put it on our story. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll come to you. It'll come to you. But wait,
it'll
so but
just be me, a video of me crying with the song overlaid.
he does that song too, or no?
Yeah, he does both of them.
Oh, okay. Well, let me look it up. Jordan Davis?
It's called like Now or something.
No, I for sure know. I just love a good little country moment. Next thing you know,
Oh yeah,
next thing
it's
you
called
know.
Next Thing You Know. I'm obsessed. Like, been so annoyed that I keep freaking playing it.
He's like, next thing you know,
He's like,
you're out.
he's like, I'm gonna be out of here. Next thing you know. How about that? How about that, sister?
Oh
Um,
no, no. Um,
okay, I'm ready for you to be a country girl. Maybe I need to go back to my country roots as well.
no, I think you do.
I've been vacationing at the lake recently.
Well, you know who loves,
So,
to be at the lake? Country cowboys. So. Oh,
yeah,
also,
you're
you
right.
never addressed why you're in a new spot.
Oh, I'm in a new spot. I am in Dublin for the week. So I got here on Saturday. We've just been hanging out.
Because as
We're
you'll
staying
know,
with Ben's
her
sister.
man is Irish.
Yes, he is. And we're staying here because we are going to see Noah Khan tomorrow at Marley Park. And I'm so excited
Is
because
he considered
we're gonna love
country?
him.
He's more like folk.
He's like folk. Like
Yeah.
indie folk.
It's the season of the sticks.
I'm so excited. Like I got obsessed with him, and then there was no tickets, and then we like went on Ticketmaster, and there was 2 tickets available, and I was like, oh, I'm getting those. And the weather's so nice. Hopefully, it's not too bright for you guys to be able to see me. But yeah, we're in Dublin for the whole week, so
Love.
I'm popped up in a new spot, and I have all my gear. I'm gonna take a photo so I can post it on Instagram because it's
Wow.
like my tripod's to the max.
I know, that's crazy. You're like an official podcaster when you start traveling with your mic and stuff. That's crazy.
I know. I was thinking, I was like, oh, maybe I'll get like a trunk for my stuff. Like, okay, I have my phone and 2 tripods.
And your tiny little mic.
I know. Oh, also, I realized you can't even see me really on my phone thing.
Oh no, I could see you. I could see you enough.
Okay. You can see me enough. You're like,
yeah,
oh, perfect. You're out of the frame.
it's a little far away, but that's not too bad. I don't want to see you all close, but anyways,
Another thing
love
I
that.
wanted to say about music was Louis Capaldi is back, you guys. He is back.
Oh, because he has like an illness, doesn't he?
So basically, here's what happened. I'll tell you, Nikki. I'll
Okay,
make
yeah.
it so quick.
Yeah.
So he has Tourette's, and he
Right.
has gone on a bunch of interviews and kind of talked about how he's like, obviously you live with Tourette's for your whole life, and so when he performs, I think sometimes you can kind of see that he has like a tick. He's like ticking on stage.
Yeah, I've seen
Anyway,
videos of that.
2023, Glastonbury, 2023. It was that like really viral video that went up where he like, I think he was like tired or hot or something, and he just couldn't perform, and he kept having like his tics, and so the people were like singing back to him, and he like
Yeah.
couldn't continue singing.
I saw
I
that.
know,
Yeah.
I cry every time. Okay, I'm also crying a bunch, you guys, so just so you know. I like cry every time I see that. Anyway, this year, well, he kind of went away after that, and I think he went to go take care of himself, and like I think just needed a break, honestly. I don't know him, so I'm just making this up. I'm so sorry, but he came out. Glastonbury was this past weekend, and he surprised everybody on stage. Like he wasn't supposed to be on the lineup, and he made his comeback at Glastonbury, which
Oh,
was his last performance
oh
when he got
yeah.
like yeah. And so it was sweet, and I literally was crying watching the videos, and I was like, Ben, and he's like, "Are you
That's
okay?" I'm like, no.
sweet.
It was so sweet and like also really sad, and all the comments were so supportive, being like, this is what happens when you like go and take care of yourself and come
Yeah.
back and you're well and you feel like yourself, and it's okay to take a break. Like we will still be here. Like your
Yes.
fans are still gonna love you, kind of thing. Because I feel like some people just don't, or
Yes.
get like backlash and stuff. But I think everybody loves him, and he's so funny, and he's just a funny, like hilarious Scottish man.
He seems like a sweet guy. Him and also Noah
Yeah,
Khan both seem sweet. That's my favorite thing is when you can tell that an artist is like genuinely enjoys what they do and they're like nice. Because
yeah,
some people are just divas and we don't want that energy.
I know. And tomorrow at Noah Khan, I told him, I was like, what if Louis Capaldi comes and like has a surprise appearance? I'm like, I don't know.
He's like
He
doing all these
probably
surprises now.
he probably wouldn't. But opening up for Noah Khan tomorrow is Joe DJO, the lead singer. I think is that guy from Stranger Things.
Oh, wait, that's so funny.
Jerry John Joe Carey, I think his name is.
Okay.
Steve Harrington.
I don't know.
You know Steve Harrington. Oh, anyway, he's so cute.
Well, I was going to say, I did see the news also from Glastonbury. It seems like there was a lot of, tea happening. Harry Styles and Olivia Dean were there making out.
I don't know who Olivia Dean is.
Olivia Dean she does nice to each other, nice to each other. And she's like this beautiful, like maybe mixed black woman, gorgeous, beautiful little angel. And, Harry Styles, I love. And so everybody's mad because they're like, oh, he's taken now.
Oh, there goes my chance.
I know, literally. There goes my
Oh my
chance.
gosh,
It's like, what in the fanfic when you
I
wear
have
your little
I
cute
have to
outfit to
tell
the
Ben.
concert?
I didn't know. Yeah, it's like you shave your whole body just to go see Harry Styles. Like, okay, cool.
No, when people are like, they're like, this is what I looked like when I thought Harry Styles was going to pull me out of the crowd. And it's like them at 14, like chubby with their
Side
little,
swoop bangs.
like, yeah, full side bangs, like a British flag t-shirt, like so bad.
No, and he for sure would have. Like, I already know.
Or when it's like, when all the fan fiction is like, yeah, I was in the crowd just reading my book because I didn't care about this band. And he was like, who is this girl who's not watching me? Like all this stuff. So, but yeah, no.
Wait, isn't that one book idea of you or something with Anne Hathaway?
No, I think that she was a mom to a teenager who wanted to go see the guy. And then
Oh
he was like,
yeah.
ooh, who's this hot mom? I think the one about
Yeah.
reading the book in the crowd is like a very
Mommy?
famous like Harry Styles fan fiction. Mommy? Mamacita?
No way.
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh
never
my
really
gosh.
read Wattpad or anything, so I don't
I
know
know
it.
me either.
Yeah.
That's okay. I feel like obviously Twilight was like fan fiction, no? Was
There's
it not?
definitely
I made
some
that up.
that is. Well, have you read Manacled? Have we talked about this? Okay,
No.
do you know what Manacled is? It's like this
No.
really popular Harry Potter fan fiction that's about Draco and Hermione. And it's like super long, and everybody is like, it's the best, like so obsessed. And I was like, damn, I need to read that.
Oh my God, I want to read that. I love
know.
Draco. And also, he probably wrote it.
Yeah.
Because they dated in real life, I think.
I don't know that they dated, but I do think that they had a little thing going on. Like, remember in
Yeah.
the when they did the like Harry Potter anniversary, he did an interview about it.
Yeah,
He's like,
he's,
oh,
like,
we
obsessed with
always
her.
just kind of, yeah, they're so cute.
No,
I love
him.
her. She's so beautiful.
Anyway, should we get into it, sister?
Yes, I'm ready. I feel, that maybe, before we do that, we could talk about how we're doing halfway through the year check-in.
Oh, yeah.
Because now we're officially transitioning into the second half of the year, going into July. And, I really had really big goals, big plans going into this year about how much I was going to read. I was like,
plans.
oh, yeah. I did set my goal as to be 60 books, which is pretty crazy because last year I set my goal to be 50, and I, in fact, did not hit that. So I don't know why I decided to up although, to be fair, I had 48 last year, I think. So that's pretty good.
Okay.
Compared to 50.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I think I could do more. I regret to inform you all, you probably know this already, I've only read 18 books this year, which means I am in fact 12 behind schedule. So from my calculations now, if I want to hit 60, I need to be reading 8 books a month for the rest of the year. Pretty crazy.
That's not bad though.
It's not bad. I think it's because I've kind of fallen off of my audiobook game. Now, once I get back into the audios, those help me like get this going. And also like I'm in the middle of 3 books. We'll talk about this in a minute. So I'm feeling cautiously optimistic about it.
Aren't we all? Yeah, I feel like you just need to get off your phone and read your books.
It's crazy that you say that because I do, in fact, need to lock in. The other issue is that now that Love Island is on, it's literally on 5 nights a week for an hour at night, which is like taking away from my reading time. So that kind of hurts me. But I think we're almost like kind of done with the season. So
I can't. Like, I just need to. Like, yesterday, one of my books is Story of My Life. And I literally, like, devoured that in a day and a half.
But you're so good at being focused. You're not an ADHD queen as I am. So
I'm not.
I sit down and then I go.
I'm actually better than Niki in so many ways, but I am ahead of schedule actually for my book. I have read 30 books and my goal was 50. So
you're technically exactly on track as to where I should be is 30, which is like half the year is 60. So great. Right. Yeah, it's just because, I'm cool. Busy, like having, a full life with my other friends and stuff. Like I'm just, I don't have time to be
Yeah. You don't have any other friends. Cool. So I am ahead of schedule and I am excited to surpass my goal, go above and beyond.
How much did you read last year? Do you remember?
99. My goal was 50 and then it was 100 and then I read 99.
I
thought you were teeing me up for that really nicely.
No, I literally forgot. That's actually 99's crazy. And I remember so specifically how you were like, I can't waste the last literal hour of my New Year's Eve reading this book because you like could have kind of finished it.
Ben has a photo of me and we can insert the photo on our stories or on here too. But Ben has a photo of me reading at the bar and it's like timestamped like 11:45. I was like, you know what? I give up. Like I don't even care. Like I would rather just, do the countdown.
Yeah. That's kind of what happened to me at the end too. I was like, it's because I was reading tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, which is like a really tough, dense read.
And you kept putting it off till tomorrow.
And I kept putting it off till tomorrow. And it was like the last week of the year. And I was like, I just can't force myself through this book right now. I'm trying to just relax and vibe.
I know.
It's not happening. So I'm going to lock in now so that my end of the year will be a little bit smoother.
Yeah. Or you could, I feel like you totally could catch up though.
I do think I could. I think this year, this month, I know I say it every month. You guys are going to clown on me. I need to go back and clip the amount of times I've said this. I do think that this month I will be reading a lot in July. So. I feel good about it. I feel good about it. Every month. It's like,
I believe in you. I do.
No, July.
I believe.
Literally watch me read 10 books this month. Like, not even kidding. I'm going to put that on record. Can I put that on record?
Yeah.
I vow to do my very, 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 very bestest to read 10 books in July 2025. We'll cut to see how that goes. So.
You need to though, Niki, like actually.
No, okay. Let's get into it because I'm feeling good. So I suppose we could talk about Song of Achilles first because that is one thing that we both read in June. As we mentioned, it is our book club book for the month of June. If you didn't know about our book club, we do an online book club every month. It's really fun. You can go onto Fable, which is, first of all, a great tracking app anyway for your books, but you can go onto Fable for our book club, Last Page Book Club, and read along with us. So we do have an entire episode out about this book, so we can keep it short, but Song of Achilles, man, this is hard. It's a heart-wrenching one.
The video you sent me yesterday from the podcast, I was like, no.
I hate him. That's what she did. And I was like, who the heck are you talking about? And then it ended up being the son at the end. And I was like, right, me too.
Oh.
Yeah. I hate him. I was like, what is wrong? My favorite thing while editing is I always come across video. Because like when I edit your half of it, I don't hear what I'm saying until I put us together, And I'll come across sections of you just like cackling. And I'm like, why am I like so funny? Like, what are you laughing at? It's so funny.
You're like, let me just go find out what made her laugh so hard.
Yes, I'll
Probably
come
literally
across.
everything you say.
Yeah, you know me.
I loved Song of Achilles though.
It was so good. It's an intense one. It's very sad, but it's like just such a beautiful love story.
I could see why everyone does recommend it because it's like a pretty good recommendation, and also if you it recommended to people and they read it, they're like, "Whoa, that person's like so smart, like
Yeah,
so
I know.
cool."
It does make you look cool. Well, and it's
Yeah,
nice because it really, I feel like, appeals to a wide audience because it's kind of romancy. It's not like a full romance book, but it's a romance. It's an LGBTQ plus romance, which is fun. It's, Greek mythology. It's a little bit
yeah.
like fantasy type
War.
war. So I think it would appeal to a lot of people. Would recommend. It got a little slow for me in the middle, but ended up giving it a 5 stars. So
I gave it 5 stars too, so you guys have to go listen and then read it and let us know. Read it and then listen and then let us know what you think.
yes, please do.
Oh,
Well,
I will say I miss Patroclus. I miss him.
I know. Honestly, I keep thinking about it. That's how you know a book is really good is when it sticks with you. And I
Yeah.
keep thinking like, I would know him in darkness. I would know him in blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I keep thinking, I hate.
I hate him. Yeah.
Perfect.
So, unfortunately, Mariana did read more than me in June. So why don't you go first for your next one?
Okay. I read. Oh, I have it here with me, you guys. One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. Again, my girl. I love her so much. She also wrote Every Summer After. She wrote The Summer Will Be Different. She wrote Meet Me at the Lake. She wrote this one. And then I saw that she's coming out with a new book, and it's not taking place in the lake. So honestly, this book is about, if you read Every Summer After, it's the brother of the main character in that book. So his name is Charlie. Her name is Alice. She is one of the girls that when they were teenagers also went to the island and, sorry, to the lake and was kind of like not part of the first book's group of friends. She was kind of like went to go visit her grandma and saw them from afar and was like, dang, those people are so cool. Like, I love that. She was 17 at the time and she had been given like a camera. And so she was kind of like getting into taking photos and stuff. And then it turns out that one of the photos that she took was of the people in the first book. So it is tied together. Percy, the other brother, and Charlie on a boat. And then that's kind of what like took off her career. She like sold that, made a bunch of money, and like she's a photographer. And now she goes back to the island and they end up like meeting. So obviously no spoilers, but it was so cute. I gave it a 5 out of 5.
Oh.
However, I did see a video. I'm easily influenced. I did see a video on TikTok that was like kind of not criticizing, but being like, it was very predictable. And I was like, oh my God, it was very predictable. Like, obviously I'm easily swayed. But I loved it anyway, just initially. And then, but now I am saying like, it was kind of a funny, a little bit toxic in a way relationship. And either way, like 5 out of 5. I love her. I love the book. I love the characters. I love the grandma in the book. The grandma gets injured and basically the main character has to like help rehabilitate her, kind of similar to the Mistletoe book that we did for book club one year.
Yeah. What was that called again?
I don't remember. Mimi and the
It
Mistletoe.
was Megan Quinn, her Christmas book. Whatever it was,
Yeah,
with the cute
that
little
one.
Grinch theme. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it was a similar story to that, but very cute. So I would recommend you need to read more of Carly Fortune, and by more I mean just a single one.
Well, no spoilers.
Yeah.
But maybe that's coming later. Who knows? I have been seeing a lot about this book because it just came out this last month, right? Yeah, it seems like people are really liking it. Maybe one day I'll read one of her books. Who knows? Maybe
Who
this
knows?
month.
It might
Who knows?
be, it might
Crazy.
be tomorrow.
Love. Ugh,
Yeah, but
I'm
loved.
just like in the mood for summer romances right now, so that sounds great.
And it's like such like a sweet summer lake romance.
Dude, there's
Like
nothing better
it's
than
kind
a
of
lake
like you
trip.
have a like when you have a crush on someone and then you grow up and then they're like still so cute kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a lake trip.
I know. I've never been to a lake, or actually I have, but I haven't been on a lake trip.
On like a lake trip. No, that's crazy
Mm,
because growing up in NorCal, that's like all we did. No
I
beach. I'm
know.
not really a beach girl in my heart, unfortunately.
I am a beach girl. It's okay.
Um, well, okay. So the first book that I read in June, I actually listened to. It's called Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. I have my physical copy here, but I would suggest reading it as an audiobook if you like audiobooks. Here's what it is. It's a thriller, and I kind of randomly picked it up because I was looking for another audiobook, and I heard that this one was good as an audio because it's like a murder mystery situation about a girl from a small town who her best friend got killed one night after they went to a wedding, and they found her, the main character, like walking along the road not knowing what had happened the whole night. She like lost her memory, but her friend's like blood was on her and stuff. So she's been like the main suspect in the murder for years since it happened, but they've never had like enough official evidence to book her for it. So this guy who runs a murder mystery podcast ends up doing a story on it. And so he does a lot of like interviews, and there's different like podcast clips throughout the book. So it's cool because on the audio, there's like a little jingle and it's like, welcome back to Listen for the Lie with Ben Owens. And it's like this whole
I
thing.
love that.
And it's just a very interesting, like fast-paced murder mystery. I had no idea what was going on most of the time. Like I really wasn't able to decipher the twists and stuff. I started kind of picking up on it towards the end, so it wasn't like the craziest twist, but I think it was honestly pretty good. I would give it a 4 out of 5. It kept me very engaged, and the characters were complex. I liked it.
I like it when there's like a little jingle in the book, like the first time caller had something similar.
Oh yeah,
because they would call into like the radio station and they'd be like, "Welcome to Heartstrings 575 whatever," and they would like enter that every chapter. And this reminds me, I think I told you of Only Murders in the Building.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that, which I've never seen. I don't know anything about it.
Because they have like a murder podcast after finding out there's like a murder in the building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's funny.
I've heard it's like pretty good. Did you watch the show?
Yeah, the first 2 seasons are good. I think after that it kind of dropped off a little bit for me, but
Yeah.
and I never like picked it up
Was
or
Selena
started
there?
watching it. The first season was good because it's Martin Short and Chris Martin, and obviously Selena, and then Meryl Streep makes an appearance. I think Paul
Love.
Rudd is in there at one point. Like,
Love.
yeah,
Okay, I would give it a shot. I would give it a shot.
yeah. What was your book called?
It's called Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. And I feel like I've kind of I always end up liking thrillers, but I don't really gravitate towards them. It's interesting. But I feel like it's like a nice palate cleanser. I feel like if you need something just to kind of keep your attention, because I was like excited to get into the car and listen to it because it was like pretty interesting.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it kind of lulled at some points, but
thrillers, I've never listened to a thriller on audiobook.
yeah, no, I think it made it also kind of interesting because, like, I don't know if you ever do this when you're reading and your eyes jump to the wrong, like, side of the page because you're, like, I always spoil shit for myself because I'll be, like, I have to cover it up because I'm, like, at an exciting part and I'm like, uh-oh, something's going to happen. And then I'll just look and it's like, he killed her. And I'm like, no. You know, I always miss it. So I'm like, listening is good.
Yeah, that's true. Especially with stuff like this, like the littlest thing could be like a big old clue kind of thing.
Yeah.
What else did I read? Great question. Thanks for asking. I also read The Story of My Life by Lucy Score.
But tell him.
He's a big fat hater. I still have 20 pages left. Okay. Sue me.
It keeps going from 20% to now 30 pages, now 20 pages. How much is it, Mariana? This is the last day of the month. We're recording this the last day of the month, so you better finish it before midnight or else
I could literally look it up, and I swear on my whole life, I'm pretty sure I think I have like 35 pages left.
I mean, if you're not, do you have plans tonight? Because if you don't have plans, like, I trust that you'll finish it.
No, I don't have any plans.
Okay,
you
well
told me I had no friends.
Yeah. Okay, well then I trust you to finish it.
No, I will. And if I don't finish it, you guys, I won't tell anybody. But this book, I started it 2 days ago, and I love it. Like, I love Lucy Score. Her Knock 'Em Out series I actually really liked, and then I actually haven't read anything else from her, but I really liked those. This one is funny. It's like kind of meta, where the book is about an author trying to write a book.
Oh.
And so she like puts her name is Hazel. The main characters are Hazel, who's the author, and she is in a rut and is trying to do something to like spice up her life. Her best friend Zoe, who is her literary agent, and then the love interest is Cam. And long story short, she um, ends up buying a house in a small town because she wants to write a love story about a girl buying a house in a small town. So she's kind of like living the story that she's writing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's like that. But her banter and her like jokes and her inner monologue is hilarious, Nikki. Like I think you will love it. I don't think it's for everyone.
I met her at an event, and it's funny because last time when you were talking about this, about meeting V.E. Schwab and watching her like at the thing, I went to a Kindle event last year, I think it was, and saw Lucy Score talk about, I think it was when she was maybe writing this one. I don't remember specifically what she was promoting at the time, but she was so funny and cute and like this really quirky lady, and she was so funny. And so I feel like and the way she was talking about like writing smut and stuff, I was crying laughing. She's so funny. So I think I would really like her book. So they're just so long.
I know it's long, but it flew by because I was obsessed. Like I couldn't put it down. It was so funny, and I feel like she's kind of like us.
Yeah,
like she's stupid. Like I'll add some quotes, or I'll post on Instagram some quotes and stuff because it's just funny. Like I'm literally there like cracking up, and it's like okay, but it's really sweet, and she also has a storyline about the girl doing research so she can write like good smut scenes and stuff, and so it's just funny, and her love interest is like the typical like contractor working on her house.
Yeah.
And so she's like I saw him and I went to go buy the house that he was working on so he could work on my house kind of thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, okay, so she's like remodeling a house in like a small town in Pennsylvania called Story Lake.
That sounds so cute. That's my dream.
I know. It's very cute. So I have 35 pages left so far. I love it. I don't think I'm going to hate it in the next 35 pages. So I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Love.
Wait, no, I gave it a 5 out of 5. Sorry.
You did. But you kind of give.
I'm gonna go with 5 out of 5. I feel good about that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you'll have to update us. Let us know for sure.
5 out of 5 for Song of Achilles. 5 out of 5 for Story of My Life, and 5 out of 5 for One Golden Summer. I'm such an easy girl.
No, I feel like you are to be. But you know what though? Sometimes people will be giving 5s for the vibes. Like if it's good, you're gonna give it a 5, and I respect that. I feel like I give
it's bad. I probably will also give it a 5.
Yeah. Well, because you're not like a rater in your heart, I feel.
I'm not, and you know what? Like, I have nothing smart to say about these books either.
Well, I mean, it's a romance. I feel like
I just love them.
Yeah, there's not a lot you need to like deep dive into, really.
Yeah, but the character is hilarious. Like, she kind of is us. I
love that. Yeah, okay, fine. Funny. Maybe I'll read a Lucy Score. I'll add it to my 1 of 10 for the month of July.
Okay. Oh wait, I've been doing my wrap up, not my TBR.
Yeah, wrap up.
Oh, okay.
I have one more in my wrap up.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, although this is one of, your faves, The Deal by Al Kennedy. Yes. Yes, finally, I did finally read The Deal. I do actually want to continue this series because I really enjoyed it. This is a hockey romance, college hockey romance, if you guys didn't know. One Mr. Garrett Graham, who we all love. It's basically like a, not nerdy girl, but it's like nerdy girl, hockey boy, fake dating because she's tutoring him and he's helping her like get this other guy she's interested in. It's like very, very cliche, cheesy, but it's so good. I feel like it was like pretty funny. I really liked his character. He kind of started off as, it was like an enemies to lovers situation. He was like actually an asshole and like actually kind of gross. You know what I mean? So I was a little like, at first. But I just, he's so cute. And it was
I love a
pretty
romance.
Spicy and just fly. Like I just, I loved it. Yeah. I gave it a 4. I wasn't going to give it a 5. It wasn't like something I was like head over heels obsessed, changed my life. But I would definitely continue the series. It's really cute.
Who out of all like the team do you want to read about? Like the next book?
It's hard because I don't feel like I know them enough. Does the guy get a book who he was like a senior and already had a girlfriend and they were like pretty tight?
What was his name?
I don't remember. I liked him, but he was like already in like a committed relationship, so I don't know if something happens there. But I don't know the team well enough yet to like know. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
I just love a college romance because it just reminds me, of my time, and it's just so sweet.
I know, it is so sweet. Oh, give me the name of that guy and I'll tell you if you get the book. Is his name John?
I don't know, but one of my favorite scenes in this book is she goes into the boys' locker room. She like storms in there because she's mad, and everybody's got their things out. And she's looking around and she's going, "Hey, and she's like talking about how she like keeps like blurting the word out and like looking, and she's like, I need to avoid. And they're all like, "Hey," like nobody's like embarrassed, and she's so
My
like, "Oh my
girl.
God," it's like so cute.
And he's like, don't see anyone. Okay, I need to figure out who it is, but
Well, let me
basically,
just flip through this while you do your next one, and I'll see if I can find the name of it.
okay. Yeah, I want to know. I want
But
to
it
know.
was like he was
Okay,
like a senior and had a girlfriend, and she was like
who was his
befriending the
girlfriend?
girlfriend. I don't know. I'll
She was
figure it out. I'll figure it
befriending
out.
the girlfriend. Okay, yeah, you have to tell me. Um, the other book I read is so I read seven in June, by the way, four more than Nikki, just in case anyone doesn't know how to count.
Rude.
Um, Grumpy Darling.
No. Oh, actually, I did. The first one wasn't too bad. Grumpy
Okay,
Darling.
I'll
That's
go through
crazy.
this one quick. Grumpy Darling by Alexandra Moody. I'm so sorry, you guys. Like, hello. Um, this is the second book in the Darling Brothers series. Their last name is Darling. And anyway, this is about Paige and Grayson, who is the brother of the first book, Reed. They are best friends since they were literally like 4 years old and inseparable. Peace and love. She's going away for college. He's always had like a secret huge crush on her. And she is creating this bucket list before she goes away to college just so that she can hopefully kiss a boy. And he ends up being like, okay, well, literally nobody here is gonna date you, so he's like scares everybody off. And long story short, she's like, wait, you're really good at flirting. Like, you should teach me how to flirt so then I could kiss this other guy that is our friend that I want to kiss. And he's like, okay, sure, whatever. And then she ends up falling in love with him. But he's in love.
Sorry, I'm not paying
That's it.
attention, but I can't. I don't think I can find the name of this guy. Anyway,
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
one day.
So that's Grumpy Darling, and then I will combine that with the book Spotlight by Rebecca Jen Shack, and she wrote the other Holland Brothers series books. This is the fourth one. This is the youngest brother.
Oh
He
my
plays
God,
professional
Mariana and
baseball.
her series is crazy. Although I feel like you've been kind of
He
out of your like spamming back-to-back hockey romance books, so.
spamming who? Excuse me.
No, like spamming your Kindle, like recommended yes read,
Oh,
recommended yes
oh,
read, like.
yeah. My Kindle has. Yeah, I'm sure she's like, what the frick is going on with this girl? Yeah, I've been crying a lot. But Spotlight is about a single mom, Olivia, and the brother in the Holland Brothers, who his name is Flynn, and he's a professional baseball player. Like I said, they meet one night, and it turns out she's literally the best friend of his brother's fiance. So she has a daughter, and it's just about them
So
kind of
she's a
like, okay,
mommy.
we met one night, we kissed, peace and love. Oh, just kidding, we're in each other's lives forever. Do we like each other or not, kind of thing. So very cute. Again, professional baseball. The other brother was football. The other brother was a dirt bike rider. So there's like variety. It's not all hockey. One of
Mhm.
them was hockey, and yeah, I gave it a 3 out of 5 because again, it's just one of those for me.
Yeah.
Just one of those that I gotta because it tells me, hey, there's a new book in that series that you read all the ones before, so you must read this. And I was like, okay, I
So
will.
even if you would give like the first book or two like a 2, you'd continue to still read it.
Yeah, we talked about this. And yes, I would. Because it's a series and it's telling me on my Kindle.
That's
Literally,
crazy.
my Kindle is telling me, hey, Mariana, your book is here.
I guess that's how you've gotten through 30 books so far this year. I'm just a little more selective. Like I like to be a little more, intentional and intellectual with my picks. So
Yeah, I have no standards. So if anybody wants me to read their book, just send it to me and I will read it.
I love that. Is that it?
No, the last two, again, I will put them together because they're by K.L.
Wait, how many
Walters.
books did you read this month?
7.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay. I was thinking 5. I'm like, what do you mean 2 left? Okay, go ahead.
K.L. Walters, she wrote While We're Young and A First Time for Everything. So While We're Young is kind of like a take on Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's a 4-person
Did
point
you
of
read
view.
that bit in June?
Yeah, when I was home.
That's so crazy because I feel like we literally were just talking about this like a couple months ago. Maybe it was while you were reading it.
No, I just started. It just came out.
That's crazy. I'm having deja vu really bad. Anyway, continue.
That's crazy. She's trying to sabotage me and call me a big fat liar. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, very cute. I think it was in my TBR.
Maybe, yeah.
It's about Grace, Issa, Isabel, Everett, and James, and it's like a very PG, like cute story. It takes place in Pennsylvania, and it's basically like senior ditch day, and Grace makes everyone like leave school, like secretly, like, oh, I need you to come do this, and then she's like, okay, we're ditching class, and then they go pick up the other kid, and then the brother meets them there because he sees on Find My Friends that they're all skipping class, and they're like, he's like, what the fuck? Why did nobody invite me? So, it's very cute and very wholesome, and again, takes place in Pennsylvania. I think that's like her thing. The other one I read is A First Time for Everything, and it's about Madeline, Marco, and Connor. Again, takes place in Pennsylvania. And I need to go to Pennsylvania again. She is, again, a high schooler, senior year. She is, like, secretly in love with her best friend, Connor, while Marco, who is a freshman in college, has, like, a crush on her, basically. And so she's trying to kind of figure out who she likes, who she doesn't like. Her brother's getting married. There's, like, a whole bunch of stuff. And it's very cute because it's kind of like the bridesmaids make her out to be like the bachelorette because she's like in high school and wants to have a boyfriend kind of thing. And so they set her up on dates with like one of the girls' cousins, one of the girls' like brother's best friend and stuff like that. So very cute. Takes place again Pennsylvania on a barn, and she plays field hockey, and it's just like it's very wholesome. Literally nothing crazy happens. They kiss a few times.
Which of her books has been your favorite?
Oh my gosh, Meet Me at Midnight. Like, actually.
Oh, I need to read it. Because I love Summer Broken Rules. I thought it was so cute.
It was so cute. I liked it, but Meredith from Summer Broken Rules is in this book.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like a best friend to her sister-in-law.
Love.
And Wit is in it. Very cute.
I wish I would have gotten to participate in my senior ditch day. I unfortunately did not. Did you?
I don't think I did either. I don't think my mom would have let me.
Well, the problem is because it was they scheduled it, or I don't know about scheduled, but you know, people were doing it like during AP, like right before AP testing, and I was like, I can't skip.
Oh.
Like I literally have AP tests.
Because
I'm like so smart, I couldn't do that, so I was really mad that I couldn't go. But.
What AP classes did you take?
Senior year, I took AP Psych, AP Lit, and I think that was it. Maybe senior year. I think I took most of my junior year. I don't know, actually.
Oh.
AP Psych and AP Lit for sure.
You took them in your junior year?
Yeah, I took a bunch of APs. Okay, sophomore year I took AP World. Junior year I took AP Bio, AP Calc, AP US. Senior year I took AP Psych and AP Lit. I think.
Wow, you're like so smart.
Well, I literally failed like all of them, so. I got a 3 on AP World, I got a 3 on AP Lit, and I got a 4 on AP Psych. Everything else I got a 2.
Oh my god, that's funny.
But to be fair, I did have pneumonia junior year during AP testing week, so that was really traumatic.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
you took the test anyway?
No, I literally was out of school for a week. I lost like 10 pounds. I had pneumonia so bad. And then the first day I came back was on the day of AP testing because I was like, I can't miss it. And so I had this like inhaler that they gave me, and it made me really jittery. So I was taking my AP US history test, which first of all, I hated my AP US teacher. I hated like learning about US history. I think it's so boring, whatever. So I like took this inhaler and I was like this, like trying to do the test. I'm like shaking so much, like so anxious. And literally I think that at the very end, during my notes section, I wrote like, I have pneumonia, like please grade me nicely. And I still got a 2. They didn't want to hear my
They're like, I don't
my sob story. Yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad.
You should have just wrote like your inner thoughts from when you had pneumonia. Like wrote a story about your pneumonia.
Yeah, and I'm like, me having pneumonia relates to the Boston Tea Party and the way that there was a lot of suffering.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was bad.
That is insane.
Crazy.
Yeah, I only took AP Lit, AP Bio, AP Calc, AP Spanish.
Oh yeah, AP Spanish. You probably rocked that quick.
You know,
I feel like all the people who were fluent were like so good.
Yeah, because part of it was just listening. I'm not very good at writing Spanish, like the accent marks get me, but speaking Spanish, I can do it in my dreams. I do it sometimes, actually.
Do you? That's actually crazy.
You know what's funny is, and tell me if anybody knows if this is like a thing or not, but obviously I think in English and I speak English, but when I have dreams with my mom, I will dream in Spanish.
Whoa. Well, it's because you only converse with her in Spanish, really.
Yeah, I only talk to my mom in Spanish, so it's not funny.
But you don't usually, do you ever think in Spanish or not really?
No.
But so then how does Spanish come out of your mouth? If like, let's say you're thinking, I guess when you're just talking, it's just, you don't like think of it. That's so crazy. I think being bilingual is like actually the craziest thing ever. Like I wish I knew a second language so bad.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm sure in my brain there's like a part, like something turns on when I have to say something in Spanish, but I don't feel it. Like I don't.
That's crazy. But you can switch back and forth quite easily. Because I feel like with your mom even you do that, which I noticed. See, wow. You really killed that one. See?
Yeah, with my mom. And also I go back and forth with my mom because she knows some English. So I just kind of do that too.
Or my favorite is when it's like a full-on Spanish sentence and then you'll throw in the word like Sephora. Like it's something that's like really like, and you like don't put it in an accent at all. It's like, Sephora. Like it's so funny.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, brother.
Damn.
Anyway, those are the books I read in June. And I would recommend all of them.
You know what you didn't read in June? 7 Days in June.
7 Days in June.
So maybe you can hit that up in July, which I think is what had happened to me last year, actually, is I read it in July.
Should I add it to my TBR for July? I only have 5 on my TBR for July.
Okay, well, maybe 7 Days in June needs to be on there. Well, one of our shared books for our July TBR is our book club book, Summer in the City by Alex Astor. I do have it right here. It's under my stack of books. I have the ARC copy, though, so this is not really what it looks like. But this seems like it's going to be a quick and easy read, which I am looking forward to. Something a little more lighthearted, after Song of Achilles.
I know. But this is what I do. It's like, quick and easy read, and I'll read it like the last day before I have to film the podcast.
No, this time for sure, I'm going to just finish. I'm in the middle of 3 books right now, which you're about to see. After those, I'm ready to jump into this one before we have to like do it last minute. But this one is about a girl who lives in New York City and she meets this like billionaire guy. She's like I think it said she's a copywriter or something like that. It's basically like enemies to lovers, fake dating situation. So
I can't wait. I feel like that'll be so cute.
I think it's going to be cute. And I love a book set in New York because I love New York so much. I miss it. I want to go for Fashion Week. And I'm excited.
I'm ready. I think it'll be fun, and I think it'll be like similar to when we read The Bodyguard. It's just like a fun book club catch up.
We need a little something silly.
Symbolism.
We can read more serious books when we get into the winter. I feel like that's when we read serious things.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm a serious girl.
Yeah, you know me. Well, since I do have more books on my TBR, I guess I'll go first. I am currently reading...
that's what happens when you have to catch up.
Yeah, you're right. I'm currently reading a book called The Guncle by Stephen Rowley. It's what I'm reading for my in-person book club, which is funny because this is a Haley book choice, and it's like such a Haley book choice because she's like a sweet little Pisces and always recommends the funniest books. So this one
and she hated the deal, so
she literally DNF'd it after 10 pages. She was like, I can't read this right now.
But let's all read the Guncle.
But let's read the Guncle. So, okay, Pride Month. It's pretty cute so far. I'm not super sold. I think I'm like 30% in, but basically one thing I like about it is that it's set in Palm Springs, which, you know, we live very close to and frequent often. But it's about this like older or like middle-aged gay guy who used to be a big movie and TV star, and now he ends up taking care of his niece and nephew after their mom passes away. And he's watching them like for a couple months in the summer. And it's just the funniest little interaction because the kids are pretty young, and he's this like fabulous gay man who's like lives in Palm Springs and is rich and like has all this stuff. And he's like talking to them as if they're adults. He's like, what do you mean you guys never had brunch? And they're like, what is brunch? Like, it's like all this stuff. It's so cute.
I'm sorry. Like, that's literally Brian with our children.
No, literally. And it's just watching him interact with them. And then every once in a while, it's like there's these really sweet little scenes where he like talks to them like an adult, but it like works, you know? And it kind of reminds me, which was also a Haley book club pick, of House in the Cerulean Sea. Because it's like it's like kind of like an oddball mingling with like children and them being cute and stuff. So I'm not like super sold on it because it feels like right now it's like going with no direction, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. Part of it I'm like not sold on, but
like it's just happening.
It's just happening. Like, I'm not really seeing where we're going yet. I'm not sure what the path we're on is, but you know, I don't hate it. And the cover is really cute and the characters are cute. So.
Okay, cute. And I want to say one thing for Haley. For my birthday, Haley made me this cute, obviously I'm holding it upside down. She made me, if you're watching on YouTube, this cute little bag. That's and I use it, Haley, for my camera and my podcast equipment. I just put it all in here.
Love.
Because I could just tie it up real tight in there and I feel like the camera won't get hurt, you know?
That's a good idea.
Anyway.
Well, then you can put your books in there when you're traveling around with them.
I know I had my Kindle in there too. If it's everything, I will say. So you better start selling stuff. The brand, she said she put her little label on here.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I know. Maybe once she starts an Etsy, we can like tag her stuff.
Yeah. The books on my TBR, unfortunately, are bleeding over from a few months ago. One of them is Sandwich by Catherine Newman.
Sandwich.
Again, it's about a mom named Rocky who's going through menopause. If you've heard the last few book clubs, you know that, the last TBRs, you know that I've been trying to read this since May. But I think I'll read it now because why friggin' not? So I'm going to finish it. She's navigating menopause with her kids. A lot of very relatable scenes in the book so far, and I do need to just pick it back up again.
Is it just kind of slow?
Yeah, it's just slow. So, unfortunately. And then another one that's bleeding over for me, I'm just doing two now, The Great BBL. I stopped reading it.
Yes.
Like, I just kind of...
did you start it?
Yeah. I think I'm like 45% through.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that you had started it. I do have...
Yeah.
I guess I'll also talk about this now. I want to read something by Emily Henry this month. I think I'm just going to let it be like a mood thing and see if because I do want to read The Great BBL, Great Big Beautiful Life, BBL. But because that's like topical, it's like the one that just came out. But I feel like it's not like a summer romance read when she has so many summer reads. So it's like I'd rather just read a summer read. So we'll just see what happens when I get to it. But I would like to read something by Emily Henry this month.
Yeah, you definitely should. Maybe not this one. It's very similar.
It seems like people don't love it.
Evelyn Hugo.
Really? Which, I mean, I liked Evelyn Hugo. It was like one of the first books I ever read, so.
No, I loved Evelyn Hugo. That's what I'm saying.
So it's like a little too similar is what you're saying?
For me.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm like, I kind of already read this book kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay, maybe I'll save that for last then. And then so that we can do an Emily Henry wrap-up episode.
Okay, yeah. I mean, definitely save it for last, and then I'll probably be done by then.
In another 6 months.
But no. It's for my July TBR. I'm keeping it in there.
Right. Well, another book that I am in the middle of right now is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm listening to it on audio, which I do like. Um, it's a really cool concept. I feel like she has very, very interesting, specific stories, which is cool. This one is like a past and present situation about a family that lives in Malibu. And it flips back and forth between like the mom's life and into the kid's life. So like through the 60s, 70s. And then the present day, every chapter takes place in a different hour of the same day. So it's like kind of confusing to explain, but basically they have this tradition of like throwing a big party in the summer every year. And so the present day, it's like every hour of the day of the party. And then you also get their backstory, and it's like really complex. They are all, kind of famous because the dad was a famous singer, and now the main girl is like a model, and they're surfers, and it's like their whole family dynamic. It's very sad. It's very complex. It's very, very good. Taylor Jenkins Reid knows how to write a story. So would recommend. It's good.
I'll tell you that. I'm reading also a Taylor Jenkins Reid book this month,
Amazing.
Which is Atmosphere.
Oh, I've heard it
just came out.
So sad.
I literally was looking up how to explain it, and it like, okay, cool. Like, I'm gonna cry. Perfect.
I don't even know what it's about besides that it's about an astronaut.
So it's about this girl named Joan. Joanne. Joan. I think Joan. Takes place in 1980. And essentially, Joan signs up to be one of the first females to go to space. And she goes to the training camp, whatever it's called, with NASA, and there's like a few other characters that in just like the description are highlighted. It does look like it's gonna be really depressing, but I think it's about her finding love, finding like a bigger purpose to life, but also I guess there's probably gonna be like so many different like like sexist things probably happening to her. She's like the first group of women, and they're like looking for people to go, and she's like, I want to do something big with my life, so I'm gonna sign up for it, but I'm sure it's gonna be like so sad. But I also bought the physical copy, and it's just the girl. It's kind of long.
Yeah. I feel like her books, even when they don't look long, they're so like it's not a lot of dialogue. They're very complex, so it takes a minute to get through. But her stuff is always like quite.
I will say it has 4.4 stars on Goodreads.
I've been hearing great things about it. It sounds good.
3,000 people.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Okay, you'll have to report back on that. Yeah, it was funny because I posted a poll on my story that was like, oh, what are you guys reading right now? Like, I'm looking for something really lighthearted to start next. And my cousin, who is a big reader, she was like, well, I'm reading Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's excellent, but it is not lighthearted. So you should probably wait on this one, but eventually get to it. I was like, okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm ready. I'm ready to freaking be destroyed, I guess.
You can filter it in with all of our the fluffy stuff. Because you're an intellectual now, so.
Because I'm so smart, but I'm also a crier.
Well, this is going to get you, so. Speaking of crying, the next one that I'm currently also in the middle of that I have taken a long break from is Saving Six by Chloe Walsh. Fun fact, actually, this is the third book in the Boys of Tommen series, which is Binding 13, Keeping 13, I think it's Binding and Keeping, and then this one's Saving Six. I haven't actually cried at any of the books yet, which is crazy because they're very heavy and hard, like sad books.
Oh my gosh, I for sure cried on the first one.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I never cried. I don't know what it is, but basically this series, if you guys don't know, is an Irish rugby, like high school romance. And the first two books are about Johnny and Shannon, and then this next two books, Saving Six and Redeeming Six, are about Shannon's brother, Joey. And so far, it's really good. I mean, I love her writing. They're very long books. There's a lot of like character building, dialogue, stuff like that. It's like really, really character heavy versus like plot heavy. But it's just, it deals a lot with like family issues and abuse and like drug use. And it's just kind of like even though it's like a YA sort of, not YA, but it's not like super spicy or anything, but it's just like, it's heavy. A lot of explicit words, and they talk about sex and stuff.
It's very heavy.
Yeah. But it's good. So I've kind of like taken a break because I had a bunch of other books to read, and also I just like was not in the right headspace to be reading something so serious. But I feel like this month I could definitely get to the rest of it because it's like I mean, so far it's not too bad, but I feel like the second half of the book is going to get pretty brutal. So
Oh, I haven't finished it.
you haven't? I
No,
thought you read
I
this whole one and
couldn't.
then you didn't get to the next one.
Did I? Is that what I said?
I don't
That
remember.
sounds like something
I
I would
really
do.
want to finish this whole like series this year because I want to. Releasing 10 just came out, which is the newest book in the series, and
I
people
saw
loved it.
that.
Oh, people have
I'm just
loved
trying
it.
to see.
So I'm like, I need to just get through these and like try and finish them this year. So that's kind of like on my goal for the rest of the year, hopefully. But these books are pretty long, and now that I'm looking at it, the next book, Redeeming Six, is really long. So we'll see.
Well, at least it's like redeeming himself.
Yeah, I mean, they're very good. I feel like that's the thing is once you're kind of hooked into this world, it feels like you really know them because you spend so much time with the characters. And it's because it's so heavy, it's like you really get to know them. So it's very good. Would recommend definitely starting the series but like
I
look
did
up
read it,
trigger
by the way.
warnings. Okay. Yeah, I remember that you
Yeah,
said you read it,
look
but you
up trigger
didn't read the
warnings.
next. But yeah.
I couldn't. Yeah, I did read it. I remember now being sad and in bed. That rings a bell for sure. Could
Yeah.
have been yesterday. Could have been a month ago.
Sad and in bed sounds like most of my days.
hmm Dang. Okay, I need to get back on it. So maybe when you do Redeeming Six, I'll do it with you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. You have
Next on my list is, and this is my last one because I only have. Sorry, I have. I guess I have 7 on my TBR, so maybe 2 more. Circe.
I think it's called Circe.
by Madeline Miller.
Yeah.
I think so too. I love Song of Achilles, so I'm just gonna read it and just see if I like it. But this one is about I looked it up and it says Circe is a strange child. She doesn't have powers. She like lives in the powerful. Wait, sorry. A daughter is born to the Titans. That's what it says. She's a
Ooh.
strange child, neither powerful like her father or viciously alluring like her mother. So maybe she's ugly. They send her away to live with the mortals, and basically she ends up going through a bunch of stuff. And then the biggest issue with her is like she has to do something, and she either needs to choose whether she wants to protect the mortals that raised her or go back to be with the gods in Olympia.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
I would be
at least that's
interested
what I
in reading
gathered.
that. It sounds good. Well, when I looked up,
It sounds good, and it was short. I saw it at the airport. I was almost bought it at the airport.
they say in Greek mythology that she's a powerful enchantress and turns men into pigs. So I love that.
Yeah, she turned her power. So basically, they think that she doesn't have powers, but I think when she goes to the mortal land, she discovers that she does have powers, and then she starts harnessing the power, and it turns out that she turns people into monsters.
Got it. Okay, love. Honestly, slay.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, literally. So that is also on my list.
Okay, love.
I'm excited because I just need to keep up with it. I think if I keep reading Greek mythology, like I will read them all.
I know it's honestly
small.
it's very interesting and good, and I feel like there's what's the one oh you guys are gonna have to help me. It starts with a P that people are really into, and it has on the cover it has like a centaur looking creature, or not a centaur. What are the ones that have little goat legs?
Oh, the Narnia
Yeah, like the
character?
guy in Narnia. It has one of those on the front, and I think it's called something that starts with P. Anyway, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, comment it. That one apparently people are like, this is one of their favorite books ever. It's so excellent. So maybe we need to be
Really?
in our Greek.
Okay, well, I need to
mythology
find
era.
out.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Love. Okay. Well, my
Let's
next
see.
one is in fact not intellectual at all. Heartstopper. It's a picture book.
Yes, it is intellectual.
I mean, it's literally a picture book. I think I showed you guys this last time. How cute. So basically, this is a high school romance about 2 boys. Love and LGBTQ. Happy Pride Month into July. And it's about this like high school rugby player and then this like shy other little guy who like sits next to him and they become friends. And I've never read a graphic novel, but it looks really cute. I think this will be something that'll be like easy for me to get through quickly. But like, look at how cute this is.
No,
It just
Nikki,
seems like
you
a
have
fun
no
read.
effing
And then I want to
idea.
watch the show or the movie. What is it, a show or a movie?
It's a series, yeah, on Netflix.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know you were really excited for but you haven't read
I'm
this,
like
huh?
obsessed. I haven't read it. I only watched it because it came out a few years ago,
Yeah.
and I loved it.
Okay.
So good. Yeah, they're British, so just
Oh. Love, even better.
Yeah.
I guess
Oh
I
my
should have
gosh.
clued me in with the
I'm
rugby.
obsessed. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. I just really can't wait.
I know. I've been
Um,
looking for something fluffy and light like this. So
the last book I'm reading is The Summer We Turned Pretty, or whatever it's called. The Summer I
yes, The
Turned
Summer I
Pretty.
Turned Pretty. Interesting.
The
Okay.
Summer I Turned Pretty.
Have you watched the show at all?
Um, I have. I think we've talked about this. I have watched it, but I just feel like the book will be better. Like I didn't really like the show.
Yeah. I mean, the show is definitely like bad acting central, but it's coming back
Yeah.
soon.
So I think that so that's why I want to read the book. I just want to see if I like it. I'm just gonna read the first one and then go from there because I really liked the idea of the show, like the
Yeah, same.
essence. Um, not the characters so much, but I feel like I'll like the books, and it's like a good summer read. I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're going to Cousins.
Cousins. I know that's an odd name choice. I have heard the books are very good. I think it's like pretty young adult vibe. So I don't think I would really like the
Yeah.
books, but I mean, I like the show enough to watch it. Like I wouldn't say I'm obsessed with it, but you know,
Yeah.
Team Jeremiah. So
I just feel like a lot of the what do they call it? Like not slow burn, but a lot of the like longing and yearning from the show, I would like to read that.
yeah, I could see that. And also I feel like
Because
a
I like to
love
just
triangle is kind of interesting to read.
yeah.
Especially like the whole premise of the show is really cute. Like the childhood friends to lovers love triangle and like the whole thing with the mom, like it's pretty sad. So
Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'll like it, and also if I don't like it, I will finish it all. But
I know I was gonna say when you were like, oh, I'm
I
gonna
think
try it. I'm like, well, so you're committing to 3 books is what I'm
so
hearing.
I'm coming to the entire series. Yeah, for sure. So I mean, we'll see.
Okay,
I
interesting.
think they're probably on Kindle Unlimited. I'll double check.
Well, you know, I too also would love to read a summer romance by the water. I would like to read Every Summer After by Carly Fortune.
Shut your mouth. Wait, I didn't
Yeah.
even see that.
No, it's on my TBR. I'm just, you know, I really don't know what it's about. I want to see what all the hype is about, Miss Carly Fortune. All I know is that there's like some sort of cheating involved.
Stop that.
You know, I hate to spoil that for you all, but I feel like that's pretty well known at this point. People are like, the cheating trope, which I'm like, we'll see how that plays out. But I don't have a copy of it yet, so we'll see. I'm going to read it on my Kindle, but I'm very excited. Because they honestly,
so
those
good.
books sound like right up my alley. So
And it's like it's perfect for the summer.
yeah, every summer
Yeah.
after, as I
Literally
said.
every summer after, or after that, you can meet me at the lake. How about that?
I would love nothing more than to meet you at the
I
lake.
also did really like This Summer Will Be Different. And I also really did like One Golden Summer. So I'm
Okay,
like,
summer,
I
summer,
love it
summer,
all.
summer, summer, summer. Do you have any more? You have one more.
That's all.
Oh, well, last one. I won't go too deep into it because we did already talk about it. Powerless by Elsie Silver. This is third in the Chestnut Spring series, which is, you know, just like a beautiful, fun, spicy cowboy romance series. This one, like I said, I want to get, you know, back into my reading my cowboy era. But the problem is that in order to continue this series and continue on with Elsie Silver's catalog, I got to read this one, but it's about a hockey player, which you wouldn't think makes any sense, but you know, he's in there, okay? So it's like a hockey player ballerina story, which I was a dancer, so I would love that. It sounds good. I don't know. And I saw like a video.
It was good. I'm very interested to see what you think.
Okay, I'm interested too because I saw a video, one of those ones that's like, oh, here's the aesthetic of this book or whatever, and I was like, ooh, it looks so cute. And
Yeah.
these books are like really spicy, so maybe, you know, whilst I'm ovulating, I'll read it.
That's what I mean. I think that I'm very curious what you think about the spice in this book.
I am very picky with spice, and I feel like the first book in the series I liked. The second book was a little bit even much for me. It was a lot. I was like, I'm too vanilla for this shit. This one, you know, I feel Jasper might get a little crazy, so we'll see.
I can't wait. I loved him, but I think it obviously it wasn't what I thought it was going to be,
Okay.
but I still love him.
But also I was considering putting Done and Dusted on here, so maybe that's something that I, you know, dabble into as well.
If you start reading Powerless and you like hate it that you're going to DNF it, just do Done and Dusted.
Okay. I don't think I would DNF it because I like Elsie Silver's writing, so I think I can get through it. But we'll see.
Okay.
You really think I'm going to hate it?
I feel like you're going to hate it.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see.
It's just I think I hyped it up so much in my head, and then I ended up not like loving
Yeah.
the love story. So I think that's why.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, I'm excited now to see. If you guys have read this one, please let us know because now apparently it's, controversial. So we'll see.
No, yeah, you will see.
Okay.
You'll see.
All right. Well, you'll see me in a month with 10 books down. So I'm excited.
I can't wait to do our recap for July, and Nikki will be like, so I read 12 books.
Yeah. I thought you were going to, clown on me, but you didn't. You believe in me.
I believe.
Well, guys, before she starts singing, we'll say goodbye. I hope everyone just has an absolutely fabulous summer. We try to release episodes every Monday, so come back on Monday, say hey. And do you have anything else?
I feel like July is going to be such a good reading month for everybody. So
yes.
Just let us know what's on your TBR because I can always add more.
Yes, please. Okay. We've said this before. I'll say it again. There are comments on Spotify that you can leave. You can leave comments there. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you can also comment. You could DM us. You could go into our group chat. There's many ways to tell us what is on your TBR for July. I technically need to add 2 books onto my TBR because I only have 8 and I need to get to 10. So please let me know.
I would like to maybe get to 10.
Okay, maybe
we'll see. But let us know, and then I can add it.
Yeah.
I need to figure out all the new releases coming up.
Oh, yes. Maybe we'll do a video about that. Okay, well, great to see you all. And by see you, I mean you see me. We're getting delusional. I would say bye now.
I'm hungry. Bye.
Bye.